What's up, YouTube, and welcome to my channel, Cooking with Calvin. I have a treat for you guys today. Thank y'all for tuning in to my video. I cooked the alligator. I smoked an alligator, y'all. Okay, what's up, y'all? I'm very, very excited today. Got my alligator from Creole Foods of Louisiana. I paid $137 for it, plus $32 for shipping and handling, which all came out to about $170. And you can order these online like I did from Creole Foods of Louisiana or Louisiana Crawfish Company. I chose them because I chose Creole Foods because they had a lot of them in stock, and Louisiana Crawfish Company did not. And also Creole Food had a lot of different sizes, and Louisiana Seafood had ran out. So just wanted to show y'all how they brought it in a styrofoam cooler. It's packed in dry ice. It took about 3 or 4 days for this to get here. Just want to show y'all dry ice. I'm not gonna take it all the way out of the pack yet because I'm not even cooking this until next week, because I gotta work this week. So next weekend, that way I could put it in the brine overnight for 24 hours. Also make a seafood stuffing that I'm gonna stuff the tail with and get it seasoned and prepped properly. So I ain't gonna be able to do it until next weekend. So, but I haven't even opened it yet, and I'm not gonna open it. I'm just gonna put it straight into the freezer. But next time y'all see me, we will be prepping this alligator. Cooking with Calvin. Now, this is my first time smoking an alligator. I always been one of those type of people that likes to try new food. I'm not scared to try new things. I'm not scared to do new things. So this is the first for me, but it came out delicious, y'all. I had a lot of fun with this cook. It was very, very delicious. As you can see, I made a slit down each side of the vertebrae of the alligator, because that is where the fat is at, that will not render, it will not cook down. You see this fat that I'm pointing at? You have to cut that out. If you do not cut that out, your alligator will taste like swampy, they say, because that fat won't render down. So you have to get in there and cut this fat out. And actually, I went around the whole gator, and everywhere I found that type of unrendered fat at, I cut it out. So get you a sharp knife. I have a boning knife here, and I'm just going through the tail, and I'm cutting that fat out, y'all. Now, I actually made slits down the spine of the alligator, on the top of the alligator and on the bottom of the alligator. And as you can see by the hind legs, you will see 2 tenderloins right there behind the hind legs. And that's supposed to be like the very best meat of the alligator. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make some tacos. I'm gonna make some sandwiches out of this particular alligator. I'm gonna put it on my smoker and smoke it for about 4 or 5 hours until the internal temperature reaches 165 degrees. But we'll get to that later. Let's get in here and cut all this unrendered fat out to make sure that this gator is delicious. Now, this was a small gator. I don't know exactly how much it weighed, but it's very small and very young. It probably weighed 10 to 14 pounds, so it didn't have a lot of fat on it. And by this being my first time, I was really getting down in there, and I was looking for that fat. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't want this cook to be bad at all. I wanted this to be delicious, but it wasn't hard. I got in there and I just cut that fat out. You know, it didn't take a long time. I washed it up. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put this gator in a brine. And as I tell y'all in all of my videos, down in the description box, you will find the exact recipe and ingredients that I used to cook this gator. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put this in a brine, and I'll show y'all what I did to brine this to make sure that this meat was tender and flavorful. Now, also, as y'all can see, by my gator being so small and me being inexperienced with cleaning a gator, I ended up cutting all the way through the tail. But it turned out good because I'm going to use some butcher string to tie this and hold this back together when I stuff the tail. I'm going to stuff the tail with some dirty rice that I made the day before. And I also made a video of my dirty rice, so y'all can go check that out with me, how I made that dirty rice that I'm going to stuff the tail with. But I'm going to use some butcher string to hold everything together. So even though I cut through the tail, everything still worked out. Now, be sure not to cut none of the good meat, which is easy to tell them apart because the fat, unrendered fat, you can tell that it's really fat. It's really white. You know what I'm saying? So it's easy to find that and cut it out. The good meat is good pink looking meat, so you wouldn't have no problem locating that fat and cutting that out. I'm gonna have a cup of salt. Want a cup of peppercorn. I'm gonna go ahead and put all that in there. Cut up a couple onions. Oranges. And I cut up a couple lemons. Pour a cup of Old Bay. Mix it up. Make sure he all the way submerged. Ice. See y'all in 24 hours. Now I have my alligator laid out, and I'm just taking some paper towels and drying it down real good so that my seasoning would adhere to the meat. I was going to put some olive oil on it. You can do that before you season yours, but I did not. It didn't matter anyway. The meat stuck to the seasoning stuck to the meat pretty good. And I'm just going over now and finding any pieces of fat that I didn't find the first time, because I was nervous because it's my first time, so I wanted to make sure I got all that fat. So I went through a second time to check again to make sure that I didn't have no fat. Now there are those tenderloins, what you just saw me grab. The alligator is turned over now, and I'm just cutting some slits right by those tenderloins, and I'm revealing those tenderloins. I didn't cut them out, leave those in, because that's supposed to be some of the best meat on the alligator. That and the jaw meat. The meat right behind the jaw. So I'm just revealing these tenderloins, getting them out the way, and cutting any fat that I didn't get the first time. I got this seasoning called Queen Bee, all-purpose seasoning. It's a dry rub, and it's honey-based. So I figured I'll use some of this. I got another called Anything Rub. Now I chose these rubs, but you can choose any seasonings or rubs that you like. I chose one rub, and then I chose one seasoning that had some salt in it, salt, pepper, and garlic in it. So I chose a honey-based rub that didn't have a lot of salt, and then I chose some SPG, which is salt, pepper, and garlic seasoning that had some salt in it. This turned out delicious, y'all. This smells so good. Just the seasoning smelled good. But this is, like I said, this was very delicious. The alligator actually smelled like seafood. So it had a real nice smell to it anyway. Now I did season the entire alligator, and I made sure I coated it very good. Got all up in the crevices. You see I have my gloves on, so I made sure I rubbed that seasoning in, and I made sure I got all up in the crevices and all throughout the entire alligator, all through the chest cavity right there. And you can also stuff that chest cavity with rice or your favorite stuffing, seafood stuffing too. I did not, but I wish I had it. Also, the head of this alligator was kind of torn off of the meat. So you might see, like right now, I have him on his back, but his head was turned the other way. That's because the head was literally almost off the whole alligator. I don't know why. I guess it just came loose, but I was turning this alligator all up and down and all around, and his head was just sitting there. So I know that looked kind of funny, but yeah, the head was literally almost all the way off the alligator. Now, this is one of those cooks that you're literally stepping outside of the box. Me, I am myself anyway, because I'm not from Louisiana, so we don't have alligators down here in the Midwest. I'm in East St. Louis, the St. Louis area, so we definitely don't have any alligators or anything like that. So we stepping out the box with this cook, y'all. Sometimes you gotta step out the box to find those good cooks, those good meats, and that good food. So y'all step out the box with me, and we're gonna have some fun with this cook. Now I have the alligator turned over. I'm gonna stuff his tail, and as you see, I got that butcher twine, and then I'm gonna tie that tail up so that stuffing stays in it. Now, if y'all like my videos and you like my cooks, please like, share, and subscribe the channel. I really would appreciate that, and I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Like, share, subscribe, share the channel. And like I said, we're almost to 500 subscribers now. And once we reach 1,000 subscribers, I will be giving away $500, and you can get that bag. Now, I haven't decided how I'm going to give away the $500. I am going to send it to you, Cash App, or Venmo or something like that. But I might split it up between two people and give away $250 to 2 subscribers, and it's gonna be random, so anybody can win. Y'all let me know if y'all want me to just give away. Should I give it away to one person, or should I split it up between 2 people? Okay, y'all. This is what I come up with. How you like that? Now what I am gonna do is throw some more seasoning on that rice. And it's Alvin alligator. Seasoned up, stuffed up, and ready. So Alvin alligator is ready to go on the smoker. I propped his mouth open with the orange. You can prop it open with a piece of wood or anything like that. I did put some extra seasoning over the stuffing, over the tail, and he's ready to go, y'all. Okay. As you guys can see, I have a temperature probe already in. This is going to monitor my gator, the internal temperature of my gator, and the internal temperature of my smoker. So here it is, y'all. Ready to go, stuffed. I put an orange in his mouth. Seasoned up. Have my dirty rice. He got a little blood on his nose. This is Alvin alligator, which I stuffed with my dirty rice, seasoned up to perfection. I brined it for 24 hours before I did anything, cleaned it, cut all the fat off of it, and it's ready to go. So next time y'all see this, it will be on the smoker. Okay, we are out here at the smoker. I have my smoker going at about 275 degrees. I use charcoal, mesquite wood, and also hickory wood, y'all. Okay, y'all. Y'all see I got my probe. I think my probe was saying like 130 or 140. I want to go in with my I'm looking at 126. $132. $138, right? That leg about 150. Okay. We looking at 160. Okay, y'all, I have a mixture in my spray bottle of apple juice, about a teaspoon of hot sauce, and about a teaspoon of vinegar that I spritzed this gator about every hour as it was smoking. I smoked it for about 4 hours to like 155 degrees, and then I took it out, and it rose. The temperature rose as it rested. As the gator rested, the temperature rose up to 165. So take it out at around 155, y'all. Like I said, I had a lot of fun with this cook. I learned a lot from it. I felt like I was in Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? I felt like I was in my backyard, but I felt like I was in Louisiana, y'all. You hear me? And I was excited. I was geeked up. I was pumped up. And this alligator was beautiful. My neighbors all next door, they could smell it. They was coming outside like, what is that you're cooking? I was like, man, I'm smoking a gator, man. So we spritzed this up to make sure that the meat was not tough. It was so tender, y'all. This was beautiful. Like I said, step out the box. You can order this online, and you can cook this yourself. And let them know that Calvin sent you. Now, I made my own sauce, but you can use whatever sauce that you like. I use barbecue sauce. You can use Sweet Baby Ray's or whatever you like. I made my own barbecue sauce. Then I had some spices and garlic and pepper and stuff in it. And I also infused it with some lemon. And then I just glazed it about 20 minutes or 30 minutes before I was ready to take the gator off. I glazed it real good, y'all. And man, the smell was abnormal. It was good, y'all. Now, y'all be sure to like and share this video. The goal on this video is 1,000 likes. So let's try to boost this video up so it can get around to the masses and so people can check it out, y'all. Let's boost this one up. Okay, now Alvin the gator is just about done. You can see it's all glazed up. That meat is dark and charcoal, and it was delicious, y'all. It smells delicious. It's just about ready. So let's take this in the house and break it up. We're gonna make some sandwiches first. And then, like I said, after I make some sandwiches and taste it and check it out, I'm going to chop everything up. And then we're going to make some tacos. So then y'all check out my next video on this. And we're going to make alligator tacos, y'all. Okay, y'all, I got the alligator in the house. I got it all settled. I let it rest because it was hot, so I let it cool down, let it rest. And I'm gonna start cutting the meat off. And eventually I'm gonna pull all this meat off of this alligator and chop it all up, y'all, to fine little pieces and make tacos. But right now, my neighbor Tim, he's gonna be my test guy to let me know how this tastes. So I'm cutting into the tail part, and I'm gonna make Tim a sandwich. I'm gonna garnish it with lettuce, tomatoes, pickles, and onions. Put some dirty rice on the plate as well, and let him check this out and let him see how this tastes. This meat was beautiful, y'all. It was tender. It was so much flavor. That smoky flavor. When you smoke meat, the flavor is off the charts. I mean, next level, y'all. The whole house was smelling smoky. It had that smoked hickory smell because I smoked it with hickory wood and mesquite wood. So all of that smoky flavor was infused throughout the entire alligator. I mean, this tasted so good. Taste buds was off the chain, y'all. Now that juice that you see in the bottom of the pan, that is not fat because alligator is really lean. That is apple juice that I put in the bottom of the pan to keep everything moist and flavorful. Now, as for Tim's sandwich, I gave him the tail meat, which is some of the best parts of the gator. So I gave him a nice sandwich with tail meat. And then I also gave him some of the dirty rice. I put that on the side. So I'm going to ask him how his was, but I'm sure it was good because mine was delicious. Now I drizzled some of my barbecue sauce on top of my sandwich. I didn't put too much on it, and on top of Tim's. And like I said, I had lettuce, tomatoes, pickles, and onions on mine. Those pickles, it went well, real good with the smokiness of the gator and the barbecue sauce. So like I said, you just got to be able to step outside the box and try something new, y'all. And I guarantee you won't be disappointed at all. Let me know how y'all like this recipe. Get in the comments and let me know how your alligator came out. Now I put lettuce, tomatoes, pickles, and onions on my sandwich. That's how I liked mine. It was very, very delicious. I want to thank you guys for tuning in, checking out this video, and rocking out with me with this alligator cook. I had a lot of fun with this, and I just want to thank you guys. And till next time, peace.